An ant crawls across the surface, dipping in and out of the inscription that's engraved on the rock.
Wow, talks about an ant.
In honor of Ralik, first of the gods and patron of humanity.
That little book of
Oh, it's a
big
human
bones.
one.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why I decided to.
The altar
yeah, nope.
stands before you.
We're
flecked with
looking for it.
moss
We
and
don't
the
find
cracks
one that
of
relates to
age.
our lizard
An
god.
ant crawls across the surface,
Well,
dipping in
I'm
and out of the inscription
human,
that's engraved
as I am
on
with
rock.
the Fane.
In honor of
Fair.
Ralik, first of the gods and patron of humanity. As your prayer drifts away on the breeze, you feel the world around you shift. You open your eyes to a courtyard with wooden targets and practice posts scattered
Wait,
about.
what?
A man stands in the center of the court, his face turned towards the sun, his eyes wide open. He's old, grey hair matted against his skin, but you still recognize him, Ralik. He doesn't look over as you approach. It's only when you're standing right beside him that you see that his eyes are clouded and grey as his hair. He is completely blind.
Go, Godwoken. Find the Well of Ascension. Do your duty.
The vision fades, and you stand once more in the shadow-speckled glade of Ralik's temple. Looking down at the altar, you see a faded symbol for the sun carved into the rock.
Interesting.
Good old gods, eh? Don't chow bother. It's the God King's Island now.
Do we want to kill those black wings or not?
Well,
Yeah,
let's play nice for a little
Let's
bit.
Yeah, like, we'll probably just end up killing them on the way out.
Yeah, we'll barely kill him on the way out. Like I said, we play nice, and then we come back and murder them.
So guys,
What
now we
is
know
playing nice?
this devour direction we were pointed in.
Oh, yeah. Hold on, I'm opening a chest up here. Ooh,
Okay.
there's an unidentified wand in here. And...
Stealth.
Found unidentified helmet or a cowl. Oh, hang on. Oh, we have some more black ring up here. But I think I see what happened now. The Magisters and the black ring arrived. And the black ring were like, oh, hey, this is perfect for our god. This is ours now. And decided to boot the Magisters out.
More than likely.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going in the direction that the arrows are pointing meanwhile. Into the lava fields, how pleasant.
Wait.
Hey, there's someone up here. Blind Priestess of the Ring.
The black ring? Oh, there's the black ring camp up here. Found them.
Oh. Okay, so we're not gonna keep following the arrows then.
Yeah, let's not follow the arrows first. Let's go to the camp and report in. A wordless aura? What the heck does that mean?
I'll examine and mouse over.
Does
A
not...
black ring captain stands before you. She looks remarkably ordinary, you think, as far as black ring go. But then you hear a voice inside your head.
Just
Tell me who you are, or I will kill you. And do not doubt me, for I tell the truth.
It's up there.
I really don't know how to answer this.
This is weird.
Her expression does not change. She cannot read your mind, but
Tell me who you are, or I will kill you. Then they may live, for now, that they may kill the divine pigs and kill the Godwoken, kill them all, and then perhaps they die and rise again.
If only they knew who they were talking to.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'd say one is pretty fitting then.
Yeah. Wow.
a black ring witch stands before you, cool and collected, breathing easily, her steady gaze upon you betraying a hint of disdain and of interest. Then the regular thump, thump, thump stops. A smile twitches upon her lips.
Is there something
Suddenly her
of
heart
worth on
goes
them?
boom. like the erupting of a volcano. Boom, boom, boom. Her heartbeat returns to normal, and she gives you a look filled at once with menace and with lust. A look that says you cannot touch
They-
her heart.
Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting.
Oh, they have a battering ram here. They've got siege equipment.
Okay,
Hey,
this
Draco,
alchemist
Draco.
is kind of crazy. What's up?
There you go. Dreamer.
Dreamer? Oh, dreamer? Dreamer? Okay. Keep talking, Midnight.
So, Geomancy, Necromant, and Polymorph.
Go
And the
necromance.
Alchemist.
Go necromance.
That's like a bone cage.
Obey him, honor him, feed him death.
There's multiple dreamers over here.
A new world.
Yeah, wonder what they're up to.
Into your mouth, forming a tongue, a smooth mass latching onto the back of your throat. Then smooth becomes rough, almost scaly, and you feel your source unsettled, as if attracted to the man's black eyes.
Oh my!
My.
That's the description, all right.
Yeah.
As the black smoke snake takes over your mouth, you feel yourself slipping away. You see a vision, an army of the glorious dead, risen to turn the world to a lifeless waste, and at its head, a god king.
I'd probably say 1.
The smoke snake returns to its master. Your mouth returns to normal, and with a sibilant hiss, the alchemist begins to laugh.
That's a laugh.
He tips his temple in salute. For a moment, a black smoke snake coils around his fist, and then is gone.
Okay.
Okay.
The Black Ring are all freaks.
Enemies
Here's
surely
a,
cast down.
here's a
The dreamer's
threat
eyes
to
have rolled
scores.
over white. His
What?
fingers twitch as you near. A cold presence suddenly seizes you.
Resurrection.
Your breath shortens,
Okay.
and a voice enters your mind,
6
probing.
times.
Okay. Nice.
I don't have enough money.
Oh, I'll get it afterwards.
Red Prince, the prey that my master seeks, God-woken.
Okay, the alchemist is necromancy.
The cold presence ebbs away. You take it very well. Go, in
Oh,
service
these
of the
dreamers
God
have been.
King.
Of course, they've also been taken over by this God King.
Yep.
The dreamer's eyes do
So
not
here
see.
too.
His mind is elsewhere, locked.
Okay. I'm gonna go up and talk to this lady. I'm curious about her.
Yeah, same. Maybe I wonder if we can
Oh.
give her a nudge.
A black ring priestess turns to you. Her astonishing beauty takes your breath away. Her gaze drifts past you, and you realize that she's blind. She breathes in, as if tasting the air, as if tasting you.
Oh, I love number 3.
She laughs and raises one hand, telling you to wait. She produces a mirror of darkest black, holds it up as if to look upon her own magnificence, and then speaks, as if to herself.
I found God woken.
Oh.
She waits a moment, as if listening to her own reflection.
It shall be done, O sallow one.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We might
Last
be
save
out of it.
was, it looks like, before the fight.
Alright, well, we'll just
She
see how this
closes
will...
the mirror, looks at you directly, almost as if she can see you, and then she smiles, A smile to melt the heart, a smile to drown in, a smile to send an army off to war.
Yep. Oh, it's only her.
As long as we keep her there.
It's her turn, but she's not doing anything.
There we go. She actually was. No, she's still not.
No, that was midnight. Well, that's all
Oh,
interesting.
it's your turn now.
Yeah, I know. All right, let's get grumpy.
Let's get grumpy.
Made a pool of blood just for you.
Waited.
Didn't get the blood.
Oh gosh. Don't look at the HP of my spider.
Oh my God, you're Bone Widow.
2,000 health, nice.
It is a meat shield.
It's definitely a
Literally.
meat shield.
Well, bow shield.
Fair point.
That one I let count.
Say,
Alright.
wasn't the the Shadow Prince meeting point just pretty nearby? Isn't that for the Red Princess quest?
Okay, I am not sure if it's actually a good idea to be fighting her because we have no idea how she's gonna act. So I'm gonna do something of instant kill. Do you want to guess what that is?
Drop her into the lava.
Yep.
But the loot!
You can still teleport her body.
Okay.
I just have to get within range to see it.
There's also a chest down there.
You burned my poor spider.
Sorry. All right. Teleporting her body back up.
Did I get that chest? A black mirror. Swirling leaves this shadows fit and flutter. You can't see your own reflection, but you can certainly see something else. No gold values. That's probably a
Goes
quest
to
item
you.
or something.
That is me. And decaying the touch scroll.
What is that? I hear you, girl. Huntsman, Scoundrel, and Pyrokinetic Helmet. Not the best.
Yeah, it's a bit all over the place.
Yeah, especially for a magic one.
Could be better.
Do you notice that the ballista? There's a lot of things that are like, yeah, this whole area is don't steal, or don't use.
Yeah, and it's quite a bit of siege weaponry here,
Damn.
essentially.
All right. What were you saying about going and doing?
Don't you have a meeting with some Shadow Prince for your personal quest?
Yeah, I do.
Because that's right here.
Oh, it is. Oh, it really is. So we got to go that way, anyways, for the Devourer stuff. So.
Yeah, let's go. Just gotta climb on. Hop.
Oh, you're going over that way. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, well, the other path requires jumping.
Oh yeah, the other side does require jumping, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So one thing I'm definitely going to do is hitting F5 here.
Yeah, good idea.
Because he's 16.
So are we. Alright, well, go on, Prince. It's time for your negotiation. Let's hope they're not short.
Should I try to pickpocket him?
Let's
Red
see.
Prince.
Look, we got another purging one.
At last
one
we
here.
meet,
Nice.
or rather, meet
Don't
with
talk too
your
much.
awareness of my presence.
How
I try
often
to
I've stood
look up
by you,
what
but
I
an
can
arm's
get
length
from him.
away, a shadow within the shadows, untouchable. Almost like meeting an old friend.
Well, if he wants to fight us, then
His eyes are black holes in a black-skinned sky. He bows with the deference of a noble among nobles, swinging ever so playfully between sincerity and sarcasm.
He has a silver tongue.
I suppose I should start with an apology for the attempts on your life. Talk about getting off on the
he
wrong
has a
foot,
unique
wouldn't you
ring
say?
with 3 finesse, 3 witch, and 1 thievery.
Huh, that's a quite nice ring.
Yeah, that is.
A holy hand grenade,
That's a healing one.
a cursed cluster grenade,
Okay. What else?
tier 5 source orb,
Okay.
a smoke grenade, poison flask, lockpicks, and 19,000 gold.
Well, I'm definitely interested in that
19,000?
ring. Plus free finesse and huntsman on it, right? If you could yoink that ring, I'd be very.
So here's the things I would say to yoink. Yoink the ring, yoink the grenades, and then yoink as much gold as possible.
Oh, the ring has the skill Chameleon Cloak.
Oh, well, I already know it. Neat. No, but that means that frees up a slot for me. Nice. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, yoink it.
Yoink. The grenades. Wait. I can't yoink the spear now.
Can't yoink what?
I can yoink some gold, the lockpicks, or a notebook.
Gold.
We don't need the lockpicks because we have you.
Yeah, we don't need a lockpicks because of you. So just yoink as much gold as possible.
20 gold.
Okay, that ring must have been very expensive.
Considering what the benefits.
Yeah.
To my astonishment, and I admit my admiration,
That
you
ring
may
was
find this hard to believe, but
1,200
given different
gold worth.
circumstances, I would have been quite content to let you live. Let you play the Emperor from your golden throne in your golden city. Alas, certain
gonna
events
put,
beyond even my
back.
control were set in motion. Ripples became waves. I had to act. And so I arranged for you to meet with an unfortunate self-inflicted end. Tell me, Your Majesty, do you know what it takes to force a succubus into submission? Yes, so you do. Must have been quite the
I think
display
I'm
of swords.
good now.
Very impressive.
Other things are still in conversation.
Yeah, we're still in a conversation, so we're not in a fight yet.
It's almost
Or,
a
you know,
pity
he's
we
or that
find
I've been
ourselves
robbed
on
state.
such opposite sides. All because of who you are, and all because of who she is. It was Sadha who set events in motion, Red Prince. If you were the ripple, she was the wave. She's a tidal wave that will take wing, become a murder of dragons, red as the setting sun, that will alight every corner of this world with the terrible
murder?
splendor of fire.
Oh, is this where they got the term Mother of Dragons? A murder of dragons. So is that what they're calling a flock in this?
Maybe. I mean, that's
Oh.
crows are referred to. That's
Yeah, crows
Why
are
dragons?
considered a group of crows is called a murder of crows. So
Why
there's just.
Take one.
I'm probably gonna say one.
Don't you see, you who wants to be emperor, that you're enacting the downfall of our race? The simple truth of the matter is that yes, we lizards were dragons once. the mightiest creatures to rule sky, earth, and sea. But such was the jealousy of our power that all other races united against us and brought us to the brink of extinction. No one knows what happened next. Was it wizardry? Was it Zol Stissa who took mercy on us even then? Suddenly we were dragons no more, lizards instead. And as lizards we flourished and built an empire once more. But the House of Dreams trades in prophecy. They've always known we could be dragons again. For one day a man and a woman will be born, and their skin will be red, and the fruit of their union will be great
that history does
dragons.
somewhat explain the House of Shadow.
Yep.
Why they wouldn't want that to happen.
With the survival of our species at stake, is that a risk you're willing to take?
Absolutely.
Listen to me. I am the House of Shadows. This is my role. I see the great games in motion. Allow them their flux when they advance for good. Cut them short when they advance for evil. Even if that means doing evil. The renaissance of dragons would spell the end of our race, plain and simple. To that end, I needed you to die, but you proved to be all too worthy an opponent. An opponent I would now see an ally.
What you talking about?
Wait.
Ally
Well,
with me.
considering
great
what we've been
prince.
up to.
Find Sadha and kill her. If she births dragons, all other races will unite against us, and this time they will destroy us for good. We were spared last time. The condition of our continued existence was that we'd never let the dragon roar again.
You look each other in the eyes, like two chess players contemplating their next move. What will yours be?
Oh, man.
Oh, some choices.
I know. Because each one of them are going to be unique.
Yeah. Number one will at least leave the paths open, but the thing is, he's a master spy. He's probably gonna see through that.
Oh,
Unless it goes to a persuasion check, and then I might silver tongue myself will actually beat him. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do number one.
Still, your eyes meet, scanning for hidden layers of deceit.
I cannot be certain you speak true, but I've no choice. I must put the fate of all lizards in your hands. But beware, Sadha is ultimately dangerous. Not only will she be the mother of dragons, I fear she's fallen in with an old enemy. Them.
He points to the fallen black ring.
Oh, well, if she's siding with the Black Ring, that does change things a bit.
I'm sure I don't know. But if I'm correct and her heart has been darkened by the ring, you may be able to find her through their scrying magic. There's a thing on this island known as the Sallow Man.
Master of Mirrors,
He
like
is
the
a
one I
master
picked up.
of mirrors. Mirrors like his will read your mind and show you what you desire.
Wait.
If you manage to elude or eliminate him.
Okay.
A
well,
word
if
of warning. He is like a shred of nightmare ripped from the dream realm, set loose in reality. Do not underestimate this creature.
That is a description.
Yeah.
Oh, and now that you're here, I wonder if you'd be so kind
Another
as to
matcher, you
assist
say?
me with yet another
Oh, you're in the
little
neighborhood.
matter. You and your draconic destiny is hardly the only world-ending plot I'm trying to prevent, you see. An ancient danger has come to haunt us and needs to be stopped now. No one remembers this, but the elves are our guild.
Wait.
As dragons, we almost wiped them from the face of the earth. We were stopped, and we were punished. I know not how, but someone took away the fire that made us dragons. Wings clipped, we became lizards. But there was a reason our dragon ancestors wanted to destroy the elves, for they too had a plot for world domination at the expense of all other races. And while we were punished, the remaining elves were spared. The elven scions are the key. After their deaths, the powers and souls of scions linger on in the vast and ever-growing network that connects all of the ancestor trees. We discovered that once the network will be large enough, dryads will sprout from these roots, equipped with the memories, experience, and enormous powers of generations of elves. A vast, invincible army that will obliterate everything in their path. It will be the end of all other races.
That's crazy. God, the storytelling in this game.
They're
I've been
picking,
trying
really
to
picking
stop
up the
them
plots.
for years. With your help, as it
Well, but I'm
happens.
definitely all for this because screw the elves.
You once engaged in a game of hypothetical strategy during a banquet many years ago. You were asked to shed light on the most inscrutable of conundrums. So you did. Your answers were brilliant, as ever. I took notes. I acted. One thing led to another, and soon the divine order was
so
deploying
you were
death fog at
responsible.
the heart of the elven homeland, wiping out thousands of ancestor trees, as well as the Black Ring.
Well, Draco, you're responsible for wiping out the majority of the elves in a way. Well done.
You couldn't see unless you were on my stream. I literally just was like, mouth open, Nani. I'm like, what? What? I did that as a thought experiment, and he took notes and then did it?
Yeah. This is some Ender's Game stuff right here.
Oh my god.
Because that's what happens in Ender's Game pretty much too.
Oh my
The
god.
divine order unleashed it. I arranged it, but it's you who won that war. Fair point, but we near its end. All you need is this.
He hands you a wooden box, its surface dull to the touch. A vague sickness overwhelms you. There's death fog inside.
Death fog.
Oh.
The heart of the vile elven network is the Mother Tree. She is rooted on this island, and I believe she is aiming to extend her roots into the powers of divinity that lie here. The powers you seek. Place this box at the heart of the Mother Tree and return to me when you've done so. I'll take care of the rest.
With a wicked smile.
You seem to have made him a tad nervous. Excellent.
Oh, I'm so glad I did that. Oh my god. Oh my god. I was just
and now the Shadow Prince, the mastermind, just realized that he's been pickpocketed.
Okay, everybody else run! Get away from him.
Well, he just searched me and I had nothing on me, so I had nothing to worry about.
Oh, but I do.
Coming to me?
Nope. Nope, he was coming for me. He's heading back. It looks like he's reset. Also, I cannot believe that I literally did a thought experiment that then killed the majority of the elves. Also,